And just going live. Oh, you need it. I'm gonna put some music on. And I'm just gonna go live too on this too.
Seen your pretty ass soon as you came in that door. All my friends are here shaking. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden move. All my friends are here shaking. Wait for them to ask you who you know.
Alright, so I'm going live right now. But I hate this. Hello everyone. Okay. I did not see anyone right now. Okay, so looks like they're all talking to someone else. I don't think I have anyone yet. Oh, hello. And today I'm just gonna talk to you guys. Comment, and I have my other live still. So I want to show you my live stream. I will reverse it back to this. There's a new thing. I'm just kidding. Okay, like a kid. Alright, so I'm playing Thither. And this is all my live stuff I've been making. That's like a new one. Except the anonymous one, freaking creepy as hell. Don't want to get to this stuff. I just want to play some Thither, so you're gonna play some Thither, and you're gonna give me questions, alright? Just give me questions. And my speakers are gonna be right here, so just give me questions. Alright, I'm gonna play some Thither. I'm gonna put live. Because I'm alive. Live. I have a girlfriend. Like, some people are like, oh, he's so sweet. Like, say that one more time, and you get beaten. You don't, you like, oh, hi. I'm cute, right? You die. No! Guys, give me some questions. This is a Q&A. I like this girl who's going like this. But she's gonna be like, boy, why am I watching you? Oh, no one cares, mostly. Yeah, just give me questions. You too, man, who just joined. You too, join. Just give me questions. I'm freaking hating it. Okay, Cute Sky joined. Hello. You ever had Musical.ly before? Just tell me if you guys have ever had Musical.ly. I have Musical.ly. So yeah, just tell me. Are you guys all shy? Like, no one ever shows. Boy, you need a chew. Why is this so laggy? I'm like just, ew. Does that help a little bit? But it does not help at all. Bro, Sailor.io sucks. Boy. My life is I have. Boy, I did not do anything wrong. You see me. Okay, what's up, guys? Joining. Got 28 people who are joining. What's up, guys? And this Comet. It's on my hand. I'm moving it. You know how I'm moving it? This wire. I'm so lazy. That's why I use this wire. Oh, snap. And I want to show you. Oh, I got a new thing, too. Guys, see those? Those are sick, right? I'm just going to show you how the freaking music beats. Okay, watch. I'm going to take this off. This thing's going to be so sick. Your ears are going to drop. Okay. Alright. So, let's go to here. You can see this. You can't see me and you. Can't see this. Hello? Boy. Okay, so watch this. Right? Guys ready for this? Do you guys ever leave? Like, I have like 41 players. Do you guys ever leave? I don't see one going out. I think 2 already left.
So if you've been living under a rock for like the past 2 months, let me just catch you up. Pretty much over the last 2 months, one of the biggest deals in movie history has actually gone down, where a company that makes like real Hollywood films, like the real life ones, the crazy blockbusters, believe it or not, they've actually signed a deal where they're going to make a movie with Pokemon/Nintendo for the first ever Pokemon in real life movie. Holy fucking moly, I know, hold your pants on, don't get too excited. I don't think it's scheduled to come out for like absolutely ages, but they actually signed the paperwork, so it's in the works, and it's probably going to happen within the next couple of years. And literally ever since that date, there's been so many fan-made trailers, everyone's making these trailers, everyone's getting like on the hype train. I thought it was so cool. But then there was one trailer that got linked to me on Twitter, and I've never
Okay. You guys are going to be
seen it
back for a little
before,
bit.
but it was uploaded 5 years ago, and it has over 14 million views. So I thought, you know what, since 14 flipping million people have seen it and I haven't somehow seen it, Razer actually hit me up and they're like, Ando, you need an official reaction computer. So they actually gave me the Razer Blade Stealthia, which is absolutely incredible. Their brand new laptop, but they're like, you know what, we also need to give something to the audience. You can literally be anywhere in the world, and I'm going to pick 3 winners. One winner is going to win the brand new Leviathan Mini. The second winner is going to win this brand new Razer mouse. And last but not least, third place is going to win these brand new Razer Hammerhead Pro headphones. And fourth place can get a recyclable bag. Go to the environment. Yay! So if you want to win any of those 3 Razer products, all you have to do is slap a like on the video and then leave a comment in the comment section below with 25 words or less, naming your dream plot for a Pokemon movie. And obviously the winners are going to be the more funny and creative ones. I'll definitely enjoy reading all your different comments, and I'll announce the winners on the 27th, which is going to be a hashtag triple M in like 2-3 weeks time. But without further ado, let's have a look at this Pokemon Apocalypse live action trailer. Holy flip moly. Oh, Cerulean City already.
I want to be the best. But no one knows.
Are you kidding me?
There are no more masters. Everything we've worked for is
No. Dude, this actually looks so legit.
Can't you see the fights are getting worse? Pikachu's gonna die in these pits.
Oh my god, are you looking at these graphics, dude? They're so
Pikachu
like
falls when Ivysaur comes out. Nice and simple. When was the last time you saw Oak?
oh my god, it's so dark. But those CGI like Pokemon,
Shame if you
those are like absolutely ridiculous. That flipping Meowth right there, it literally looks like, I don't know, he's been kept under someone's bed for 5 years or something. It looks so ratty as, oh god, I know. What are you guys a fan of this or not? It's Ash Ketchum, everybody. He's kicked down the door. He's joining the Avengers. That kick though. That was a very fluffy Snorlax, and again, really creeping you too. Jigglypuff had huge eyes. What the heck? Oh gosh, this is so intense. Everything's happening at once. Pokemon Apocalypse.
when I've caught them all.
Bruh. Okay, let's figure this out for a second. So that was a fan-made film with over 14 million views. But the CGI, that was absolutely incredible. But like the flipping, I understand like that's probably the theme of the movie, that all the Pokemon were beat up, they're struggling to live because like the gyms have been shut down and all the battles have gone underground. But that was terrifying. I think the plot, if Nintendo do make this movie, is going to be a lot more bright and colourful. Oh my gosh, that was really dark. But nevertheless, that fan-made trailer does give like a really big insight as to what the movie will look like when they actually make it. Obviously with a much bigger budget, because they're going to make this thing absolutely ridiculous. And I'm super excited for it, because if that is what a fan-made movie can be, and that's just a trailer, imagine what the actual movie is going to be like. It's going to blow my mind. I'm so ready. And if Nintendo's watching this, your boy, I'll gladly be the dude that sits at the coffee shop. I'll be an extra in the film. That'd be incredible. Yeah, the hype train is so real, and I'm so glad I watched that trailer now, because now I'm just extra hype. Now we're going to wait like 5 months, years, decades. Yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm not even sure what that was, but I had to watch that thing, and it was just as weird as I thought it would be. And watches weird videos on the internet. Definitely going to be a series now. Most of you guys, please do have a fantastic day. Definitely leave a comment in the comment section.
A lot of Pokemon are based on animals, sure, but some of those Pokemon aren't even trying to hide it, taking even the strangest specifics from odd animals. Here are 14 examples that will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about Pokemon. Number 1, Poliwag is based off translucent tadpoles. It's common knowledge enough that Poliwag is based on tadpoles, but the swirl on Poliwag's stomach isn't just an aesthetic design, it's based on some species of translucent tadpoles' visible swirled intestines. That's his guts, dude. Number 2, Gorbis is the long-nosed chimera. Gorbis very closely resembles the long-nosed chimera, except of course Gorbis looks ridiculously cute, and the long-nosed chimera is a nightmare creature made real. Number 3, Caterpie is based on the eastern tiger swallowtail caterpillar. Sure, Caterpies are based on caterpillars, but the specific design of Caterpie exists in reality. Even more weirdly, the thing you thought was Caterpie's eye? Nope, just a caterpillar beauty. Are Caterpies totally blind? Not saying definitively, but mine has missed a lot of string shots. Number 4, Love Disc is based on the kissing gourami. Pink, heart-shaped, and with lips that...
1996, 1999, 2002, 2006, 2010, 2013, and 2017. It all goes together in all the new Pokemon adventures. Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon.
I figured it out. I figured it out. Everything makes sense. I need.
Oh, what? No. Oh, who's that calling? Oh. Lockstin?
Toby, I figured it out.
Lockstin, what are you doing? It's so early.
Toby, there's no time to rest. I figured everything out.
Lockstin, I'm 8 hours ahead of you. It's the middle of the night. Wait, have you forgotten your meds again?
All of it.
Mate, what are you going on about?
Toby, I know everything there is to know about Pokemon. Pokemon Sun and Moon. It all comes together. Every Pokemon game, the anime, the movies, the card game, it all leads to this one moment. And now I have the ultimate Pokemon theory.
Go on then.
Toby! Sun and Moon are the last Pokemon games.
What?
Well, that is, I mean, of course, due to the sequelization and milking of basically every intellectual property, there are bound to be more Pokemon games later on, but I mean, the entire story arc of Pokemon as a whole comes to a close in Pokemon Sun and Moon, meaning after this, Pokemon may be fully rebooted.
Okay, Logsdon. You're gonna have to explain this to me.
Gladly, get on Skype.
Okay.
So, Joey, this may all sound completely crazy at first, as I haven't slept in a few days, but just hear me out. There's been a huge Pokemon conspiracy from the get-go, but first of all, what do we know about Pokemon Sun and Moon?
It's based in the Alola region, which is based on Hawaii. The legendaries are the emissaries of the Sun and Moon. Two of the starters look really good.
And there are many references to alchemy.
What? I mean, I've heard of Solgaleo.
Precisely. Solgaleo was the Pokemon emissary of the Sun, so everyone just assumed it would be Fire-type, and it ends up being Psychic Steel. What's up with that?
Well, as you explained in your video, Solgaleo is based on an ancient alchemic symbol, the lion eating the sun, which in alchemy represents the purification of metal, which often leads to the creation of steel.
Yes, and in Solgaleo's description, it mentions some ancient civilization, and people in ancient times, particularly in ancient Europe, were practitioners of alchemy, and they believed that the sun was a large ball of molten iron, rather than fire. Meaning Solgaleo's typing has everything to do with alchemy.
Cool. So Solgaleo's typing very well for that. What of it?
Well, can you think of any other Pokemon with as deep of meaning in its typing choice?
Well, no. So are you saying all this deep design is part of the overarching plot?
Precisely. But for now, just hold on to that bit of information. Tack it on to the virtual corkboard, conspiracy theorist style. We'll link back to this and everything soon. And everything will connect. It all comes full circle. But next, let's talk about the Alola region. 4 main islands based on Hawaii. Do you know the names of these islands, Toby?
I know one of the names was shown in the Japanese trailer, and it translated to Mili Mili Island.
Mili Mili is Hawaiian for yellow. There are 4 islands. This is Pokemon's 20th anniversary, and as part of its celebration, they re-released the original Generation 1 games onto the 3DS. How many Gen 1 games are there?
Oh, 4! Red, blue, green, and yellow. So are you saying the names of these islands will be references to the original Pokemon games?
Where's Black?
Well, again, that's really cool. Paying homage to their first games like that.
It all comes together.
What?
The Sun and Moon reveal trailer, it goes through the entire history of the Pokemon franchise before saying, it all comes together in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon.
Yeah.
Well, just tack that onto the corkboard too. I'll be referencing that a lot. And now, you watched the Pokemon E3 presentation, right?
Of course.
I took notes.
Oh, of course you did.
And here are some interesting quotes. These legendary Pokemon tie into the story in a unique way that legendaries haven't before. And Alola is a region with immense life force. And next, it's time for a lesson in Hawaiian mythology.
Oh, okay.
So, in Hawaiian mythology, there are 4 great gods, though some sources claim that they are a trinity because one of the dudes kind of sucks compared to the rest, but convoluted details aside, that doesn't really matter. And they are more commonly referred to as the 4 great ones. Anyway, they are Kane, Kanaloa, Ku, and Lono, and they are all gods of different things, but I'll go through some of the more important ones. Kanaloa is the god of destruction and death. Lono is the god of life, fertility, as well as rain, plants, and the earth. Ku is the god of war and the moon, and Kane is the god of creation, life, and the sun.
So Hawaii really was a perfect fit for this with all of its sun and moon mythology. But then again, many mythologies have deities based on the sun and moon, so it's nothing special.
Oh, but it is, because the other 2 have a lot to do with this also. And again, remember, 4 of them.
Okay, but explain to me.
So tag it onto the corkboard because we will get back to this.
Hmm.
So a few more points really quickly. Pokemon X and Y had Zygarde in its programming, but doesn't give it any fancy backstory or introduction like the main legendaries usually do. Plus, we only see its 50% form, and now in Sun and Moon, we're suddenly getting all of its forms. Also, the plot and legendaries in X and Y are based on Norse mythology. The 4 stags in the middle with jewels in their antlers made of branches fits. The eagle on top peers into the souls of others, and the serpent below, Nidhogg, brings justice to the dead, among other things. Xerneas is the Pokemon of life, and Yveltal is the Pokemon of destruction, or death. Zygarde is also the guardian which maintains order in the ecosystem, and thus is seen as the Pokemon of the Earth, Earth's guardian.
Okay, so back to the Hawaiian gods. Life, death, moon, sun. Yeah?
You got it. Anyway, in X and Y, there's this immortal character named Az, or AZ, and he's based off the French King Louis XIV, who is known as the Sun King. And might I also bring up now that Cain, the Hawaiian god of the sun, well, he was also the king of the gods. So Sun King, king of gods, and the sun, yeah, there's that point. The latest games we had were Pokemon X and Y, and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. We see in the Japanese title cards, the Japanese logos, there's the Mega Evolution symbol, and then the Primal Reversion symbol, and they are very prominently there. So it's very likely that these weird diamonds we see in the Sun and Moon Japanese logos will be very important in Sun and Moon. But what could these be? Well, there are a few fan theories, and you did a video on this, didn't you? Care to summarize?
Well, it's likely to do with a new form of evolution, probably something to do with Astra Ninja or AZ's Floette. And in fact, we've seen these trainers that have deep bonds with their Pokemon, and some that even dress up like with them and share their strengths. We've had the latest Hero, Elan from the X, Y, and Z anime, and even Harley from way back when. And actually, there's this one guy in the Pokemon episode who Wake Up Snorlax, and he wears a green outfit, he's lazy, he's sleeping, he'll do anything for a bite of food, and he has to be woken up by the Pokeflow. I've talked about it before. It also happens that he owns many other Snorlax, and their personalities fit well together. And if you look at his necklace, it's very reminiscent of the diamonds from Sun and Moon. In fact, it even mentions the word moon.
This one wakes up without once a moon.
So there is already a bit of deepness here as well, and that's only one possibility. Another one is that it's some sort of magical revive, as it is the same shape as the life-saving revive item. But that's not too important right now, so for now, just put that on the corkboard also. Another thing to bring up is the sun dial in X and Y. Specifically in Anistar City, whose gym is based on an observatory, by the way. The poster of the current season of the Pokemon anime has the sundial in its center, despite Ash having already left Anistar City in the whole previous season. Meaning the anime isn't finished with this yet.
Yeah, I did a video on that also, and actually there's an NPC in the city who says there's a moon dial somewhere else in the world, and some NPCs even claim that the sundial might have been the result of an alien or a mythical Pokemon, which I would speculate to be Diancie because of the diamonds, or Hoopa because of the gold ring. And actually the sundial is right up against the ocean, which means it would have easy access to Alola if the Alola's moon dial was facing the other way. It should be worth noting that the famous observatory in Hawaii, which also is in the Alola region, by the way, is a jointly owned observatory between Canada, France, and Hawaii. And France, of course, being where the Chaos region in X and Y is based. And actually, it's weird that you can see islands off the pier of Anistar City, seeing as you should really be able to see this. Potentially, this could be some kind of Anistar sundial and Alola moondial portal Hoopa-related thing, but that's yet to be seen.
Right. Also, everyone is expecting Perfect Zygarde to appear in X and Y, since it is the Z. X, Y, Z. Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde. It makes perfect sense. But now we know that these forms will appear in Sun and Moon instead. It reaches its perfect, more humanoid form. And we also know that Zygarde has some sort of important role in Sun and Moon. And remember, Zygarde is the guardian of the environment, the guardian of the Earth. And each of its later forms fit perfectly with Norse mythology again. The canine Fenrir, the serpent guarding the tree of life at its roots, and the giant goddess Hel, who rules over the underworld and forces order and justice upon it.
So Lockskin, where are you going with this?
Soon you will see, all in good time. For now, just plaster that on the corkboard.
Ugh.
Oh, don't you all at me. This next point will finally blow your mind. So, what do we know about the next Pokemon movie?
Well, we know the bad guy is after eternal life, and the Volcanion is chasing after Nagina to keep it from revealing some mysterious secret of an ancient civilization known as Azoth?
There's that term again. Ancient civilization.
Loxin, I'm really not sure I can handle the mind blowing right now. It's like 4 in the morning.
Azoth is a thing in alchemy.
What?
Oh, here, I'll send you a picture of it. This is Azoth.
Oh, a sun, a moon, a lion, and a bird thing. I mean, I guess Lunala is a flying thing. It's more of a bat than a bird, but...
So, Ku, the Hawaiian god of the moon, which Lunala is the emissary of, Ku is the only feathered god of the great gods. Oh, and it gets deeper. We could stretch this into it being a battle between Solgaleo and Lunala, despite this obviously being a bird and not a bat, but no, there is another way we could interpret this, and it fits even better. So Solgaleo is based on an alchemic symbol, and Lunala is based on a symbol in astrology. And by the way, in ancient times, you couldn't study just one of these. If you studied astrology, then you also studied alchemy. They were heavily connected, which is why they share so many symbols. The moon in astrology is often associated with Cancer, the crab, but also at times a crescent moon with bat wings is its symbol, which just fits perfectly, doesn't it? So no, this bird here isn't a stand-in for Lunala. This bird is actually another common symbol in alchemy. It's a phoenix.
Ho-Oh! Ho-Oh is the Phoenix Pokemon, and a few other Pokemon fans brought up some of the clouds that look like Ho and Lugia, the legendaries from Gold and Silver, and these Pokemon will make sense being its own moon, since Phoenixes are often symbolic of the sun, and Lugia is the Pokemon of the ocean current, or the tide, which the moon controls.
You pick up info fast. The symbol of Azoth has a lion fighting a phoenix. The phoenix in Greek mythology is also the emissary of the sun. So perhaps Solgaleo and Ho-Oh will fight at one point, since they both represent the sun in some form. Also, as you mentioned, Lugia being the ocean current and Lunala being the moon also goes hand in hand, as the moon controls the tides, which have a massive impact on ocean currents. And to once again quote the reveal trailer, it all comes together. Plus, by the way, in alchemy, the sun also represents gold, and the moon, silver. And the sun and moon also represent heart and soul.
Whoa, man! At this point, there's just too many coincidences.
The phoenix is also a symbol of death and rebirth, as well as overall purification, bringing me back to my earlier point.
What point?
That this is the final Pokemon game. Or at least the final one before a reboot.
I still don't see that connection log, but I suppose you're going to explain it now.
The Azoth in alchemy goes by many other names, such as the Universal Medicine, the Philosopher's Stone, the Elixir of Life, the Ultimate Life Force, Infinity. Whomever manages to master it will attain all of the knowledge in the universe and attain perfection and immortality. The Azoth is analogous to the mind of God. It is the ultimate unifier of the entire multiverse. The Azoth is all. And what did the reveal trailer say?
It all comes together.
It gets deeper.
No.
And according to a highly regarded occultist named Aleister Crowley, it represents both the beginning and the end. As such, in its natural form, it has a very peculiar spelling. He specified that Azoth, when properly spelled, is spelled with a combination of symbols, including 2 Greek symbols, Alpha and Omega. It is also spelled specifically with the Latin alphabet Z. Latin, of course, being the foundation of our modern alphabet. X, Y, and Z. Zygarde is in Pokemon Sun and Moon, the Z Pokemon.
Okay, locks in, but what about the TH in Azoth? See, these pieces don't all fit together perfectly.
TH, or Tau as he puts it, is the final letter in the Hebrew alphabet. And also, TH is on the periodic table of the elements. It is the symbol for thorium, the element named after the Norse god Thor. There's Norse mythology again.
No!
Not to mention that the periodic table is the foundation of chemistry. And what is alchemy?
Alchemy is the medieval forerunner for chemistry.
Yes.
Is there any more?
Oh, loads.
Oh,
Plus, we aren't even done connecting the dots on all of the Azoth symbolism. Crowley also specified that Azoth is the end of all things. A unifier that brings in all things, a synthesis of opposites, an absolute cancellation of all. Another interesting fact is that in some languages, specifically Slavic ones, you know, Norse, as well as, of all things, French, Azoth is the name for nitrogen. But its etymology is different, as in, it comes from the Greek word azoth, or however you say that, which directly translates into no life. So Aleister Crowley, the guy that came up with all this stuff about the Azoth, started an occultist and alchemic religion known as the Thelema. And part of what they teach is that there are a number of deities, but there is a trinity of all high ones. These three all high divines are Nuit, Hadit, and Ra or Kahut.
those sound familiar.
Well, that's because they are based on Egyptian gods. And guess what they symbolize?
The sun, moon, and earth.
Exactly. Though not in Egyptian mythology, but in the Thelema, yes. I read their entire religious text to figure that out.
Oh, jeez.
It's actually not that long. But interestingly, not only are they the sun, moon, and earth, but also all of the stars, life and war. They are everything and nothing. Oh, and one of the end goals of the Thelema is to find or grow the tree of life in order to gain immortality. And again, this tree in the Alola region, which is under Ho-Oh, most definitely looks extremely large and important.
It all comes together.
No. Speaking of coming together, have you noticed Zygarde's unique coloration in its 100% form? It has its usual black and green, but its special colors are these particular shades of red and blue, and 2 more shades of red and blue, and then a different shade of blue along with orange. X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, and Moon. And what does Sun and Moon's reveal trailer say?
It all comes together. Like that white spot right in the middle. I'm a little scared. Buxton, are you okay? There's more, isn't there?
There's so much, Toby. Are you aware of chimeras?
Greek mythological animals made of a lion, goat, snake, and sometimes a dragon.
Well, that is the chimera, but chimeras are a product of alchemy, when you use alchemy to merge multiple animals together, sometimes even humans. Sometimes humans get mixed up in there. And, well, the manticore is a specific type of chimera. It is a lion, a bat, and a scorpion.
The lion and the bat, that's Solgaleo and Lunala. And when they come together, they form an eclipse. What?
Peace out, everyone.